Hello and welcome to the I Can Do podcast with Benjamin Lee. We're here to talk about tips and strategies to have an I Can Do mindset. Life is what you put into it. Get the most you can. Here's your host, Benjamin Lee.
Hello, everyone. It is May 1st. It is a new month. Great to see. I guess I can't see anybody, but great to be here. And thank you for tuning in and listening to another episode of the I Can Do podcast. If you've been tuning in this year, I've had a lot of new podcasts. They've actually have been old. They have been called Wednesday Remix. And that series now has wrapped up, where I've shared a number of podcast episodes where I have been the guest and I've been interviewed, and I've shared those with you. So we're moving into another phase now of the I Can Do podcast. And so I want to release this episode today, May 1st, 2026, to give you an update on a new project that I am focused on for the next few months and how that will affect the podcast. Podcast, Lord willing, is not going anywhere, but my focus has to more, and that is with what is called the USA Memory Championships. The USA Memory Championships. I first learned about this a number of years ago reading a book called Moonwalking with Einstein. It's a great book, and the author talks about these memory championships around the world, including one here in the United States. And what he did with this, as he researched this, he decided to take part in it as well. And he ended up winning, I think, the next year, the actual USA Memory Championship. So it's always intrigued me with how can I improve my memory? How can I remember things more, whether it's a sermon outline or some kind of script or things for Bible classes or for coaching or for books. There is a method to all of this. And so for the last few years, at least 3 or 4 years, I was tempted to sign up. I was thinking about signing up, and then I would look at my calendar, no, it's too busy, and I wouldn't do it. This year, I'm doing it, Lord willing. So I have signed up. My son has signed up. I have a memory coach, and I've bought some books, and I've been practicing. There's an app that I would encourage you to buy. If you're looking to retain more information that you're learning, it's called the Anki app, A-N-K-I. My coach, Michael, recommended this app to me. I believe I heard about it before, but one of the big things that we all can struggle with is hearing things, having knowledge, gaining knowledge, increasing in knowledge, but never putting it into practice. We hear the podcast, we read the books, we listen to the sermons. We are hearers, but we are not often doers. Well, I want to change that for myself. And when I have done that in times past, transformation has taken place quite quickly, I might add. So I want to 10x and not just remain 2x. I don't want to be in the sustainable zone or pain zone, as one of my guests, Tina English, talks about in her book. And so what this requires is me stretching myself mentally and with my focus and my concentration. And I will tell you, it has already paid great dividends for me. The way that I'm studying, there's actually a method to how we study, not just what's called passive recall, but active recall, where we can rehearse what we are actually learning so we know exactly what we know, but we also know the gaps of where we need to increase or double down or drill down on something a little bit more. So that's already helping me with my preaching and my Bible studying and my Bible teaching as well. Active recall. And one of the benefits of that app, the Anki app that I mentioned to you, is that it has timed intervals, which actually I think makes us a little bit nervous. We may have learned years ago in school that we have to constantly go over things that we already know to retain them. It is true that we do need to rehearse content or information that we've learned in the past if we want to retain it. With that said, there's still better methods than every single day for hours and hours going over that same information. Once it's locked into our long-term memory, then we only need a few minutes a week or a couple of minutes every couple of weeks to make sure that we go over that information and then actually remember it. So I've been exploring with that, and I got to tell you, it works. I've been exploring with creating what's called a memory room, or a Roman room, I should say, or a memory palace, where we attach certain information to different things that are in a bedroom or some space that we know very, very well. And I have to tell you, that has been working quite well. It's actually really fascinating. So I've just been learning more about the science of how the brain works, how we learn, and how we retain information. So now what I have to do, I've been not dabbling in it, but I've been slowly working my way up. I signed up, got my son signed up. I got a coach. We've had 2 sessions. I'm going through some modules. I've been memorizing things like the judges of the Old Testament, the kings in the north, the kings in the south, going back and remembering the 12 apostles, got the books of the Bible. Now, many of these things I've had a pretty good grasp and understanding, but I will tell you, if you don't go through it, or at least have a timed method to review it, it can slip away. So I'm really just grabbing things now, like, okay, let me memorize the 10 plagues, and let me memorize the 10 commandments in the Old Testament, and the 7 I am statements of Jesus in the Gospel of John, or the 7 miracles that Jesus performed in the Gospel of John. I'm taking all this content because I want to retain it, and I'm practicing how to use the memory or the Roman rooms, and then really leaning into the spaced intervals of reviewing. So what this also requires for me, as the championship gets closer, which will be in July, I have to continue to take some things off my plate. And so one of those things will be at least the frequency of the I Can Do podcast. Now, if you've been following since January or throughout the years, there have been times where I've experimented with certain frequencies of the shows. This year, I have a number of podcasts that you could go back and listen to that will keep you busy for the entire year. And so with that said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to publish this episode, and then Lord willing, I will come back after I perform in the USA Memory Championship. If I perform well and make the top 12, then there's the finals in Florida in the month of August. So it's really exciting. It's intimidating, a little nerve-wracking. Can I actually do this? Well, I will tell you, I've already won. And I want to encourage you to think back, just signing up for something, you're winning. Just showing up, you're winning. Downloading an app, you're winning. Following through with what a coach or whoever you're working with may give you instruction to do, that's a win. So I've already won. My son has already won. We're both winning. And now I just want to keep on winning with this. And I want to win it. And there's some things I need to work on the inside to really believe that. So I'm training and conditioning my mind. And I also know that that's going to take a lot more time and effort on my part. So thank you for your support. We have people all around the world who are listening. This podcast is not going anywhere long term. But for the next few months, I really need to focus on this. And so what I want to do when I come back, I want to give you an update. I want to share with you how this has helped me out and what you can do as well, how you can continue to improve in your learning, retaining, but I will have to be able to go through that first before I can really teach it to someone else. So I can do, so can you. Please stay with me. And thank you so much. There's 406, this will be 407 episodes that you get to listen to, go back to almost 60 interviews, and there's a lot to cover. And so I will be talking to you, Lord willing, in the month of July. Take care, and God bless.